Welcome back to F1 In-Lap. First practice belonged to Ferrari on raw pace, but the long runs whispered that Mercedes were hiding. Second practice is where the picture sharpens, softer tyres, proper qualifying simulations, and the first real sense of the pecking order at a track where Sunday is almost impossible to overtake on. And Ferrari didn't just answer, they doubled down, but there's plenty tangled up in this one. A red flag when Franco put his Alpine into the barriers at the final corner. Aston Martin down to a single car after Lance Stroll's Friday ended in the wall this morning, and a champion-elect quietly having a scruffy afternoon. So let's sort the signal from the noise. Let's take a look. Right, let's set the scene. Ferrari rolled into Budapest with genuine momentum, quickest in both Friday sessions, and everyone else turned up with upgrades to try and answer them. McLaren bolted on a new floor, and Aston Martin unwrapped their biggest package of the season. But remember the bigger picture. Mercedes still lead the constructors, and it's Kimi Antonelli on top of the drivers' table. So what actually decides this weekend? Well, the Hungaroring is one of the hardest places to overtake all year, so Saturday's grid is worth its weight in gold, and it's going to be warm. Qualifying sits around 28 degrees, bone dry, then race day climbs to 32 with barely a cloud in sight. That heat shoves tyres past their ideal window, so whoever cooks their rears is going to be in real bother. On raw one-lap pace, Ferrari didn't flinch. Lewis Hamilton topped it with a 1:18.7, leading a Ferrari 1-2 from Charles Leclerc, just under 1500ths behind. Lando Norris third, Max Verstappen fourth on softs, George Russell fifth. As statements go, that's a loud one over a single lap. But here's the catch, and it's a big one. Flip over to the fuel-corrected long runs, and the picture changes completely. On the race sim mediums, it's Verstappen quickest, Russell just 600ths back, and Antonelli headed the soft runners. Ferrari, not nearly as dominant. Their edge is a one-lap edge, not a race pace one. In this heat, that matters enormously. And that scruffy afternoon from the championship leader. Antonelli was over a second slower than Russell on one lap, but he aborted his qualifying run with the rear locking up. So bin that number, it's not representative. Far more telling is Oscar Piastri, normally dead level with Norris, ending up nearly 9/10 adrift in the same car. That's a genuine reversal worth keeping an eye on. Now the act everyone came to see. Aston Martin's long-awaited B-spec. Fernando Alonso called it much better, and the trend backs him up. Their gap to the session's fastest lap shrank to 3.8%, down from 4.9 last time out. That's real, measurable progress from Adrian Newey's first big step on this car. But let's be fair about the whole picture. It's an improvement, not a leap, and it isn't even their season best. Alonso still ended up 19th, 3 seconds off the front. The new bodywork looks best in Sector 2, but Sector 1 is still the weak spot, and on top speed, they're rock bottom at 311 kph. With Stroll sitting the session out entirely, one car and unknown fuel loads, this is promising, not proven. So the takeaway, Ferrari look mighty for pole, but Verstappen, Russell and Antonelli are lurking for the race, and in this heat, degradation could decide the lot. Keep an eye on Isaac Hadjar too, 6th on the timesheet and quietly tidy in the Red Bull. Aston's step is genuine, but they've still got a mountain to climb. That's Friday sorted, the signal pulled from the noise. If this helped, hit subscribe. There's fresh F1 analysis after every single session.